Hi guys, and welcome to Yoga for Lower Backs and Hips. Today we're going to move through a series of poses, releasing and relieving into these areas. Let's get started. Coming over onto all fours, knees spread hip width apart, underneath the hips, palms pressing into the floor, fingers spread nice and wide. Tucking the chin, extending the crown of the head, pressing the shoulder blades up to the sky. As we inhale, looking forward, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding down, chin to chest. Press the shoulder blades to the ceiling. Inhale, rolling forward. Encouraging you to move through this cycle as many times as you need, recommending a minimum of 5 breaths. To release, coming to center and then bending the elbows, scooping the chest through the hands, coming down into cobra. Lifting up gently, palms press lightly underneath the shoulders as the nose lifts away from the mat. Exhale, slowly lower down to release. Warming up the lower back here as you inhale, lifting up. Exhale, slowly lower down, releasing one ear to the mat. Extending on our lower back warm up further, looking forward, walking the palms out in front so that the elbows stack underneath the shoulders. Coming now into our extension through the lower back as we lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling, almost feeling like a suspension bridge into the spine. To extend further, take the fingertips, face them away from the body, straighten the arms, lifting up. All options are an invitation. If anything is uncomfortable, simply step back down to the previous version. Staying here for as long as comfortable, again 5 to 10 breaths. And to counter pose, pressing the palms down, sink the hips back to the heels, coming into child's pose. Focusing on the breath, inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling grounded, steady, calm. Inhale, looking forward, walking the fingers back to the body, taking a block or something firm that you have found from around the house. Rolling over and slowly supporting yourself to come down onto the mat. Feet hip width apart. And taking the block as we walk the heels towards the glutes, lifting the hips just high enough to place the block underneath onto the lower back, onto the sacrum. So the sacrum is the firm part of the lower back, sort of where we would see 2 little dimples. Releasing the lower back into the block. And an option to extend to a higher version of this, taking the palms facing the sky, tucking the shoulder blades underneath the body. Chin tucked to chest. Staying here for 10 breaths, allowing the lower back to release, supported by the brick. To remove, simply lift the hips, lower down. To counter pose, hug the knees towards the chest. And stretching one leg out, taking a strap from beside the mat. If you don't have a yoga strap, something that's not too stretchy, placing it around the ball of the foot and allowing the shoulder blades to stay connected to the floor. Extending the heel towards the sky and drawing the toes back towards the face. Another option, if you do have an adjustable strap, is to extend it and then taking the back of the strap, placing it around the back of the head so it sits above the ears. This offers an extension of a neck stretch at the same time. The leg that's on the floor is nice and close to the mat. Again, pressing through the heels, toes curl back to the face. To release, moving anything away from the side of the mat, taking the strap in one hand and opening up the face of the hip. We use our elbow as a lever, pressing it into the floor and drawing the toes back up towards the face. Closing down the eyes, using the breath as a guide. Staying here for approximately 10 rounds. To swap over, inhale, lift the leg. Swap the legs and starting again by first drawing the toes back towards the face, extending through the heels, tucking the shoulders, focusing on the breath. Here we are lengthening through the back of the legs and the lower back, moving through to the opposite side to open up the face of the hip. Removing the strap, placing it to the side, counter pose. Taking the ankle and crossing it over the knee here. So continuing to work into the hips. Option 1, lift the toes. If you'd like to extend a little further, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh and drawing the knee in towards the chest. Keeping the chin tucked towards the chest to extend through the back of the neck. Working for 5 to 10 breaths. To swap over, simply lower the foot to the floor, cross the opposite ankle over the knee, take the knee back towards the wall in front of you, lift the toes for option 1, option 2, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, tuck the chin and draw the knee back towards the chest. So here, different options for different levels of hip tightness, staying for as long as you feel it's beneficial. To release, lower the foot to the floor. Hug the knees into the chest. And take the outsides of the feet coming into happy baby pose. I like to draw the elbows to the insides of the knees, taking the feet wide. And then again, drawing the soles of the feet towards the floor with the hands and gently rocking from side to side. Beautiful massage for the lower back. And opening into the hips. To release, hug the knees together. Draw the knees towards the chest. And taking the legs out wide, finishing our short practice with a calming, restful Shavasana. Taking a few deep breaths in through the mouth and out through the mouth, letting it all go. When you're ready, wiggling the fingers, toes, hugging the knees towards the chest and rocking up to a comfortable seat. Thank you for sharing our practice today for lower backs and hips. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.